Good morning from Dewsbury in West Yorkshire and welcome to a new series I'm calling Platform to Platform. Now I know you'll be bashing your keyboards down in comments saying, oh, you just copied it badly as pointless journeys. Well, no I'm not, because yeah, it may be pointless, I'm not bothered. I've just shown it bin and I hope I won't have to mention them again in this episode. I may forget that, but we'll deal with that. So how does this work? The aim is to leave the station from one platform and return to the station on the same platform, but once I've left the station I cannot return to the station on the opposite platform I've passed through on a train skipping the station. So without further ado, let's jump on the 0927 Transport Express service to Newcastle via Leeds and York. And we'll say for the first bit of the journey the camera decides to focus on the window reflection, but don't worry, this fixes itself after we leave York.
Welcome to this Transpennine Express service to Newcastle.
So 10 minutes later we're pulling into our first stop of Leeds, which I covered some of the secrets in episode 1 of Secrets of the Huddersfield Line. The link to that episode is down in the description.
Morning, if you've just joined the service there at Leeds, we are on the 942 Transpennine Express service through to Newcastle Central.
As we approach York, we join onto the East Coast Main Line all the way to Newcastle, and the southbound LNER train from London King's Cross passes. "25 minutes later we're pulling into our next stop at York, which is home to the National Railway Museum, and where you can change the services to Scarborough on the Yorkshire coast. "18 minutes later, after leaving York, we're pulling into our next stop in the town of North Arlington, where you can change the services to Middlesbrough, Saltburn and Whitby. Anyway, let's keep going. "13 minutes later, we're pulling into Darlington, known for its pioneering role in developing the railways in the 19th century, and where you can change the services to Bishop Auckland and Teesside Airport. So a stop on the track meant we were running about 10 minutes behind schedule, as we arrived into the university town of Durham with its spectacular views of Durham Cathedral as we approached Durham Station. "5 minutes after leaving Durham, we're pulling into Chesley Street on the outskirts of Newcastle. As we come to the end of the first leg of our journey, we cross the Kinnet with the 7th bridge over the River Tyne into Newcastle Central Station. Now keep looking or you won't miss it, as the Tyne Metro car crosses the Queen Elizabeth II Bridge over the Tyne, heading south to Gateshead.
zones 1, 2, 3. Standard class in zones 4 to 9.
Now an hour and 45 minutes later and 140 miles further north, our first journey is about to happen as we jump on the
11:59 Northern service to Hexham. Calling at Dunstan, Gateshead Metro Centre, Leyden, Wylam, Prudder, Stocksfield, Riding Mill, Corbridge and Hexham. This train has 2 coaches. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Penalty fares apply on this service. You must buy a ticket before boarding this train.
This is the Northern service to Hexham. The next stop is Dunstan.
Customers are requested to remain vigilant. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the British Transport Police via text on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
So as we leave Newcastle station, we cross the Kinnock of the Severn Bridge again. Well, you know what it is, I've just told you what it was when we came in. As we now start the second leg of our journey along the Adrian's War line to Hexham. So 6 minutes later, and if I filmed it on the right side, you would have seen me stopping at Dunstan, but no, I thought you'd fancy seeing some trees instead. Then a super short 3 minutes later, we pull into the place where the shopping happens at Gateshead Metro Centre. Who wants to go there? Who? I don't know. Anyway, another short ride later, we're pulling into the next stop at Blaydon. Then on to Wylam. Prudder, which sounds interesting, but let's just keep going. Then on to Stocksfield. Riding Mill. And into our penultimate stop at Corbridge. So as we come to the end of the second leg of our journey, 22 miles from Newcastle, we're pulling into Hexham, with a quick stop by the River Tyne and appreciating this beautiful view. Anyway, let's not get too distracted by the water and jump on the next train to Carlisle. Now let's start the third leg of our journey to Carlisle, and I must warn you, you may experience some scenery overload from this point onwards. Anyway, not too long after leaving Hexham, we're pulling into Hayden Bridge. And don't worry, the cars aren't going faster than the train. I just spread the video up for your enjoyment, otherwise this would have been an hour long video. Before crossing the River Tyne and crossing the same river again. I think you might want to place your bets down in comments how many times I've crossed the River Tyne at this point. I feel like it's quite a lot. Anyway, let's move on to our next stop at Bardon Mill. Then on to the beautiful Holt Whistle station. before whizzing through the countryside. And does this look very familiar? Nah, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it surely wasn't taken in Cumbria. Then we stop at Brampton, which is the closest station to the Hadrian's Wall. Before stopping at our penultimate stop at Wetherill. Before whizzing through the outskirts of Carlisle, where we've come a further 39 miles west from Hexham, and where you guess another change is about to happen. Now it seems I can't get away from TPE, as it wants to be in every second of my video, and all I can say is, well, sorry, as this train is bound for Glasgow Central. And look, it's a freight train. Anyway, the next train that is approaching is an Avanti West Coast service bound for London Euston, and this is the first time I've ever been on the Pendolino, which for those who don't know, that is a train that can tilt some tight corners that unfortunately exist on the West Coast Main Line. Hey, steady on, you better not be drinking up, job. But surprisingly, this is a 390-001 Be Together train that is commemorating those who lost their lives in the Manchester Arena bombings back in 2017. Now we're on the fourth leg of our journey to... Oh, come on!
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, calling at Oxenholme Lake District, Lancaster, Preston, Wigan Northwestern, Warrington Bank Quay.
Thanks Avanti for interrupting me. As I was saying, we're going as far as...
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
You know what? Just enjoy the views as we whiz through the outskirts of the Lake District. But what I was trying to say before Avanti decided to interrupt me, that we're going as far as Preston and not to London. Like, really, do you think I had the massive YouTube budget to go to London with Avanti? Well, I wish I did. Now as we leave Oxenholme Lake District, this is at the point where the views start to get a bit rubbish. So you know what? Let's just cue the music. Now going into our penultimate stop for this leg of our journey into Lancaster, where you can change the services to Whitehaven, Paradome that is banned in Furness, and to Morecambe. But let's keep going onwards to Preston. So 90 miles later we're in South River Lakes and we're at Preston. Well, you know what's happening by this point? Yep, another change. And now for the fifth leg of our journey, and oh god, it's a depressing northern train. Well, you'll see what I mean as we're taking it as far as Manchester Piccadilly.
Welcome aboard this northern service to Manchester Airport. The next station stop is Chorley.
I know it's a northern accent, but it sounds a tad depressing. Anyway, let's just keep going. Now the view has just started to turn into rubbish trees, but oh,
This is Chorley.
thanks Northern, you said that perfectly. Now on the outskirts of Manchester, and oh god.
This is Bolton.
Now we're approaching the Deansgate corridor into Manchester Piccadilly, and you can see the Autumn Court to the left that cost £85 million to construct back in 2017, which linked Manchester Victoria to Manchester Piccadilly for the first time, and would allow 700 extra trains to run, but no, only 2 trains an hour use it, and it's TPE, so you can have no luck. And I wish this train was going as fast as you see in the video, but it's sped up for your enjoyment. Oh god, the north is Now, as I calm down from that last rant, we creep under the Manchester Metrolink into Deansgate. I'm going to shut up for a bit and let you enjoy the ride.
This is Deansgate.
Now as we
will shortly be arriving at Manchester Oxford Road. Mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
Crikey, we've only just left Deansgate. Maybe the problem is the stations are way too close on this section.
This is Manchester Oxford Road.
Anyway,
Welcome aboard this northern service to Manchester Airport. The next station stop is Manchester Piccadilly.
shut up Northern! Now onwards to the last stop at Manchester Piccadilly.
Engineering works will affect services through Manchester Piccadilly on Sunday the 3rd of September, Sunday the 24th of September and Sunday the 1st of October. Please check journey plans for more information.
For goodness sake, Nick, you don't have to be everywhere like TPE, but I knew I shouldn't jinx it at the start of this video. But finally, 31 miles later, we're at Manchester Piccadilly, and finally, I'd never thought I'd be saying this, but here's our last change.
This is Manchester Piccadilly.
Now I need to do a good long walk over from platform 14 to platform 1.
Transport for Wales service to Shrewsbury. Calling at Stockport, Wilmslow.
So we're back on TPE again, and we're heading out of Manchester, back over the Pennines to Yorkshire. Whilst this TFW Class 150 decides it wants to be faster than us, well, I don't think so. Not too long after leaving Manchester, we branch off the main line just before Ardwick to go via Guy Bridge towards our first stop at Staley Bridge. So 12 minutes later and we're pulling into Staley Bridge, which we'll be covering in episode 3 of Secrets of the Huddersfield Line. The link to that episode is down below once I've decided to film it. Anyway, the branch line from Manchester Victoria joins here as we stop at all stations to Huddersfield. So not too long after Staley Bridge, a stop at Mossley. Then on to Greenfield, which has had some new platform art installed since I filmed there in episode 2, part 2. Then through Sandhurst to Marsden. Then climbing up the hill towards the next stop at Slough. Then on to the penultimate stop at Huddersfield. So as the daylight starts to drop as we leave Huddersfield, we're running direct now through to Dewsbury, skipping Deaton, Mayfield and Ravensthorpe. So that's it. 10 hours later and 330 miles later, going via York, Newcastle, Carlisle, Preston and Manchester, we're pulling in to Dewsbury. And we've gone from platform to platform the long way around. So if you've any suggestions of any stations you would like me to drive us at, you know where to leave them. So all there is left to say is thanks for watching, and until next time, see ya.